Welcome back to BaldHeaded Metal, guys, and welcome back to another reaction on this channel, and this specifically to a band I haven't done yet on this channel, but I'm very familiar with. I am a fan, is Dark Funeral. I don't get to do a lot of black metal on this particular channel or some kind of hardcore death metal. It's usually a lot of melodic death metal and power metal and symphonic metal. So I thought we would do the new single that they just released, Let the Devil In. I'm going to be honest, with their latest stuff with Dark Funeral, there's some songs, like some albums I really liked, some albums I thought were kind of mediocre, if I'm completely honest. I am looking forward to the new one. I'm always hopeful. I'm going to review the new album. So with that kind of positive mindset in mind, let's get into the single and see what we got here. So a lot of bands, like when they've been around for such a long time, unfortunately, they might run out of ideas or inspiration. Hopefully it didn't happen to my guys here. Yeah, I forgot they put on like full-on armor straight up in their music videos and their live performances. I do have to say that super duper evil, hardcore black metal, like I Believe in Satan Devil, it's gotten a little bit corny as I've gotten a little bit older. It was definitely cool when I was like 17, 18. I was like, oh, Satanism. Oh, this is cool. But as you got older, it kind of fades away, to be honest. Now I'm going to be focused on the music. I love how the vocals sound. It has that piercing, kind of clear, crisp sound. Oh, it's right now. So far, I'm on board.
And everywhere I go, he'll be there walking beside me. The bringer of chaos.
Yeah, I've always liked like the corpse paint that Abbott and Mayhem and all these old school black metal bands used to have. But like I said, I've never been following the messages or the lyrics because they tend to be a little out there. I'm going to be respectful. They're a little bit out there with like Gorgoroth and all these other bands. That's why a lot of times when I speak to Andrew McKay Smith when we do the podcast together, and he'll mention certain controversial lyrics, I'm like, I don't even get into them, to be honest. It's like if I like the music, I'll give them a chance.
I open up the throat to sacrifice the Lamb of God and let the warm as flowing blood fulfill my emptiness and let the devil hear the futile, painful, soundless screams.
Yeah, this melody and the kind of rhythm, I really like. That's one thing I always liked about black metal, is that at the first glance, it seems like, oh my god, they're just banging the drums nonstop, and it's just a fast guitar riff. Yes, especially some old school ones where they weren't as technically proficient, unless it was like Emperor or something. If you listen to the layering of instruments, they might have extremely fast, almost blast beats drums with a guitar, but if you listen further, you'll hear that underneath melody along going on with all the aggressiveness from the music. And once I was able to sit down and capture that moment in black metal, especially Norwegian black metal, man, it just hits you really hard. Those melodies sometimes they create, which for me, Immortal are just absolute masters at.
My soul.
I do have to say the music video is pretty cheap. Not even cheap. It's cheap is not the right word. I'm sure they spend money on it, but it's like cheap looking. It's not very well done, and unfortunately, that's a problem with a lot of metal bands, especially when you go into the more extreme side. They tend to not to have very good music videos, and they go and they go for shock factor, but they don't have the money or even the good directors like, let's say, Behemoth has, where Nergal's music videos, they're fucking awesome, whereas this one comes off of like, okay, like a B, almost not even a B horror movie, like a C horror movie kind of a thing going on.
We wander through the flaming pits of hell, where hungry beasts have waited since the birth of time. A fireborn and eager to consume, to scorch the earth, to burn the world, to cleanse the filth and drown it all in blood.
Yeah, I gotta say, overall, it's an okay song, but there's not much going on. You know, it has a cool main kind of a riff slash melody, and I do like the vocal performance. But this definitely seems like a 1995 song stuck in the past with better production. It doesn't seem like there's. They probably evolved for Dark Funeral. Like I remember what Dark Funeral was when they first began, and their music has evolved, but not really with the times. It's just kind of. It feels to me like it's a little bit stuck in the past, and I'm sure maybe hardcore Dark Funeral fans will exactly that's what they want and they'll love it. To me, it's just like I've heard so many other black metal bands at this point that I can put on the table and say I prefer to listen to this and spend my hour listening to this instead of this. That I'm not impressed. I'm still gonna be hopeful. Perhaps something nice will come off the album because I think the last Dark Funeral album was it Dark Throne or Dark Funeral, but I think it was Dark Funeral album I really liked. So I'm giving it a chance. I'm not judging this single too harshly, even though I don't particularly like it. Yeah, I would say production's great, vocals are great. I mean, guitars sound good. There needs to be, even within black metal, there needs to be something more in terms of the musical display, and it just feels like I'm listening to Battle Beasts from Immortal. Now, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not even saying this is bad. It's just it feels like it's stuck in the past, and that's not exactly what I wanted. I want to hear the band evolving and progressing and doing more things and learning more and becoming better musicians. And in this particular song, you don't hear it. Perhaps maybe other songs on the album you will. And again, it's coming from kind of a fan of Dark Funeral. I can't call myself a hardcore fan. I'm a fan. I like their albums. Never been too crazy about this band. I always picked like Emperor. If we're talking about like Norwegian, Swedish, all these kinds of like hardcore black metal bands. I picked always Immortal, Emperor, Nagelfar. I'm trying to think of other black metal bands that I was really into. Yeah, at the moment I'm trying to remember other ones. Some Dark Throne, with a little bit different Primordial, but this is a little bit like, especially when you compare it to what other bands in their genre are doing. This seems to be stuck in the past. But I'll leave it at that. I don't want to repeat myself anymore. I would like to hear from you guys, especially Dark Funeral fans. Are you enjoying this single? Is it exactly what you wanted to hear, or is the same mumbo jumbo that you heard before? With that being said, guys, make sure you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there. Keep it metal and keep enjoying some black metal.